Welcome to my mediumship step by step. The most amazing experience that I ever had is becoming a medium. And so I want to pass this on to all you guys and give you the opportunity to actually connect yourself. The first exercise is called the journey room. This will test you to see which senses you are using, what you need to develop, and how advanced you are as a medium. Journey room. Just relax. Take a few breaths in and out. And imagine yourself at your place to connect. Use your 5 senses to feel all around about your place. Add a new object to your place as it evolves as you do it. Just relax. In your place is a stairway. Whatever stairway, whether you want a round one or a ladder going to the clouds. It's not very high up, it's only a few steps. As you step on the ladder, each step you feel beautiful rainbow energy flowing through your body. Different colours as you move forward towards a big cloud. As you go through the clouds, you see a journey room. This can be like a cabin or whatever you perceive is a room. You have a door at the front. Take your time to open the door. Inside is many objects to help you with your senses. What I would like you to do is to stop the tape after each sense, get your message, make a note, and then start playing again. So first of all, as we open the door, we see a TV screen. If your image changes, it's fine. You can have a big 40-inch plasma, you can have an old TV. Your room is your room, and so I'd just like you to go with the flow. Switch the telly on and see what the message is on the TV. Then we move on, and you'll see on a table a notepad. This notepad you can do automatic writing on, so there may be a pen on the pad. If you get any messages come through or a single word, write it down on your pad. You could also have a blackboard instead and use a chalk and write down whatever words come into your head for automatic writing. Then in another part of the room there is a radio. Go over to the radio and tune it in so that you can hear the voices on the radio. They might give you a song which will have a message in, or there might be you can just hear the different channels as you're switching. Whatever you get is enough, and so do not concentrate. Just allow that sense of yours to open up. Then you see a window. The window has a curtain on it at the moment. We're going to open the curtain and look through. This is a link to the other world. So you may see faces, people, like they're walking along the street, and they may notice that you can see them and they can see you. So then don't be frightened if they come forward to speak to you. This is just the window to the other world and another way of communicating. Take your message down and put it to one side. Then you see in the corner flowers. This is for smell. Go up and smell the flowers. You might see the colours Or you might just get a smell straight away of your favourite flower or whatever flowers is in the room. Make a note of it and write it down. On one part of the wall, you see a load of pictures of emotional stuff to feel. So this could be your life, or this could be just the messages. It could be of anything within the pictures that you can feel and empathise with. So just get the message from the pictures. On the other corner is a box full of fruit for tasting. Pick up your fruit and bite into the fruit as you feel your mouth watering and feel the taste of the fruit that you're tasting. Take a message and write it down. Then while you're standing in the room, you might just have a knowing of someone in the room behind you. You don't need to turn round. Use your senses to work out whether this person is a male or a female. Just a knowing that there is somebody is enough. This is your sixth sense of knowing that there's somebody there. Last but not least, merge all the senses together. So with the TV screen, the notepad, the blackboard or the radio, merge and become one with everything. The flowers, the pictures on the wall, the box full of fruit, the person in the room. Just feel your energies merging with everything in the room as you become one with the source. Feel connected to everything and just know that you can get a message as you connect with everything and feel one with everything, and make a note of your message. Each time, stop the tape. You can imagine yourself going out the back door, and then just imagine yourself back in the room at any time. You can imagine yourself opening the door if you feel drawn to that, or you can just go to the area where the particular item was. So a TV screen, you can just see yourself putting the TV on, or even have a wall with messages on. A lot of clairvoyance, see into walls and tables and floors and see images start to show. Use whatever you want. Some people had 1950s old-fashioned radio and old-fashioned things. Don't be bothered what is in the room. Also remember, it might take a few goes of doing this, because some senses may not be open. And so when you've done it a few times, you'll start to see things, you'll start to hear things, you'll start to feel things. If certain senses are better than others, that's just the way it is at the moment. But what you can do is get your energy source, the energy that you feel will get you more connected and help you to open this sense. And that's the 7 senses then opened up, and will make it easier for you to receive messages in the future. So remember to get a message from each area, one word or an image or a feeling, and make a note of it. Thank you for sharing. Don't worry if you can't do all the exercises. With practice, you are just at the moment opening your senses, and with practice, you will be able to do all the different areas. There's only come across one person that's been able to complete that, and they were a very gifted medium. The next is place to connect. The hardest part is connecting to spirit. So when you create a place, you are linking with the energy that makes it easier to connect to spirit. So this is why I use this exercise, because it practices you to increase your visualization skills and to get you connected, to create a place that you feel happy with. You're also building up your energy source, which makes it easier then to communicate with spirit. Creating a connection place. Just relax. Let go of all your fears and worries and doubts. Take a deep breath in, and as you let the breath out, imagine all your worries and fears and emotions leaving the body. You can imagine it going into a stream or a pot at the side as you let go of that which is holding you from connecting. Take a few more breaths and just let go. Don't matter about your breathing, just do it automatically, as your body will automatically release that which you're holding on to. Then just imagine yourself at your favourite place. It could be one that you have on the earth, or it could be a place that you could create to go to. This is a place to create peace in your life, and a place that you can do your work if you want to do mediumship, or just a place to go to feel relaxed and at one with nature. So there's a few places you can choose from. Try each one using all your senses to see which one makes you feel alive or makes you feel at peace. So you can go to the sun or the beach and sit in the sun and with the waves and feel one, and feel if that's your place to connect. Use all your senses. You might hear the birds. You might feel the sand. You might hear the sea going backwards and forwards. Then why not try the woods? So imagine yourself in the woods. Big oak tree in the middle as a clearing. Feel all the energy of the woods. Smell. Hear the birds and the animals rustling around. Feel the leaves on the floor or the grass that you're sitting on. Become one and feel if this is your place that you would like to connect. Or maybe you would like to go to a field where some corn or poppies or a childhood memory. Sitting in a field and feel one with the field and the earth. Use all your senses to become part of this place as you link to the field. If that feels like your place, then this is your place to connect. Another place you could go to is a waterfall. Imagine yourself sitting by the waterfall. Feel the energy of the waterfall and the water as it flows into a stream. You can put anything in this place that you feel connected to. So you might also bring in some other elements other than the places like trees or animals from the sea. It doesn't matter, whatever you feel drawn to as you feel connected to the waterfall. Just relax and see if this is your place with beautiful flowers around as you feel one with the waterfall. You might want to go on top of a cliff and look out to the sea, or on top of a hill and sit on top of a hill and feel one with the hill. Feel one with the place. Look at the beautiful views around you as you use all your senses to become part of this place. This may be your place of connection. So feel it if it makes you feel alive, and this is your place to go to. Any place can be created, whether it's sitting in your front room, or a park that you've been to before, or by a pond. Wherever you feel drawn to, create this place. Each time you go to this place, you may feel new items, new objects start to appear. If in your place you don't feel the energy is quite right, then do a quick cleansing in the waterfall or in your transparent box, because it may be that you've brought forward the energies of the day, and so the place isn't flowing as well because you've still attached emotional energies Always get rid of them before you come to your place. Eventually, going backward and forth to your place, you will find that you can get there quicker. You can see everything around you quicker as the more you do it. So really use all your senses to create the place. Then eventually start to merge with the place. Feel your energies merging with the place as you become one with the place. This will increase the connection to nature. You can either ground yourself in the place by feeling roots going out the bottom of your feet, or ask for heaven's energy. But this place has already got that energy there. That's why we're creating the place. It makes it easier for you to communicate with the spirit world, or communicate with loved ones, or communicate just with your soul. So really create this place and use your senses. And the more you do it, the more you'll feel at peace. Even go here when you feel that you need a bit of time out or you need to relax. Thank you for sharing. To help you connect each time, before you do these exercises, try this source object ignite. So once you've programmed a stone or a crystal, you can utilize this to hold on to, and it'll get you automatic connection and make it easier to communicate with spirit. So this little exercise here is very important. And once you've programmed the item, whether it's a crystal or a stone, utilize that to connect, to help you to get the connection to spirit world by just holding on to the object. That will then, its energy with it will help you to connect. Source object igniting. Sometimes, because we're absorbing negativity all the time, our energies are not as pure. So the connection that we need, that will get us the better connection, is the source. So if you've got a crystal, or you've got a stone, or you've got something that's living, anything that you can program to be the source. And what you do is, you pick the object up, hold it in your hands, open and close your eyes, so that you can get a picture in your mind's eye of the crystal or the stone or whatever, so that your brain will take on what it is. And then imagine merging with the crystal, so use all your senses, feel, touch, taste, smell, see, merge with the crystal, and then ignite the source. Imagine that there's an energy inside and you're igniting it to expand, and expand past the object into its own aura, so that it is igniting what we call the source that's part of everything. Feel as this crystal or the stone or whatever you've chosen, this object, is now the source. And so to connect to the source, all you need to do is hold the crystal at times when you want to connect to spirit world. It is the same vibration and connection that is connected to the spirit world. And so this is another way of you having an object that you can hold on to and connect. Don't keep it on you all the time, because if you do, then you'll always be connected. And then you might get a little bit dizzy and la from time to time. So either keep it in a bag or only use it when you feel drawn to actually wanting to connect to spirit world, or to connect with nature, or to connect with the source. One of the main tools for receiving messages is clairvoyance, clear seeing, because a picture paints 1,000 words. So if the spirit world can show you a picture, you can then able to pass this message on very quickly. Because spirit world, even though mediumship is about mostly hearing, being able to get the message across comes in many ways. And so clairvoyance is so important, being able to see an image or visualize or whatever the message that they're getting, passing on to you, and they give it in a way that you can actually understand. And so building this sense up is really important. Clairvoyance. Just relax. Let go of anything that you have to do today. Any worries and fears, just let go of. Just relax and feel as your energy is getting lighter and lighter. Just imagine yourself at a place you feel connected. Whether it's the woods, the trees, the beach, a field, top of a cliff, maybe your connection place, wherever you feel drawn to, just imagine yourself there. And in the middle is a well. So go up to the well and relax and look into the water. You can use a stream or a waterfall if that's preferred, but look into and ask for a message from the spirit world. Just a single message. It might be a picture, it might be a feeling. They might say something, you might see an image, whatever you feel drawn to. Open up your third eye. Imagine golden light going into your third eye in the middle of your forehead. Imagine the energy cleansing and getting rid of any past life vows that you might have done to not use your clairvoyance. Feel as your third eye opens up gently and closes gently in a nice rhythm as you start to see with your third eye. This is where spirit world can put images into your mind's eye or into your third eye to show you what they're trying to communicate with you. Look in the well with the water shimmering. If you feel it's quite cloudy, then just ask for it to show the image. It is just showing you that it's preparing you and getting you ready. So all you've got to do is let go. If it happens, it happens. It doesn't, it doesn't. The less energy you put to it, the better. You can imagine what energy that is your energy source. So whether you like the sun, the moon, the wind, the sea, the waterfall, the fire, whatever energy that you feel drawn to, imagine that energy going throughout your body. This will increase the connection to be able to communicate. So as you look in the well, look for a message. Ask for a message to help you on your journey. Or maybe you want a message to do with family or friends. Just go by a single message at first, and then you can build up, and if it feels right in your heart, then you know that you received the message. You might have to get the picture to grow. So if you saw a tree in the well, ask your heart what that means. It might grow into something else. So, for example, you might get an apple, and then as you go to the next part of the message, you might see the core of the apple. Maybe they're showing you the grounding or the growth, which what the tree could mean, is at the core of you. And that's what they're trying to pass the message on. So it can be a singular word, it could be a single image, or you might have to grow it until it feels right in your heart and you've got the big picture. Just imagine it's just like a sentence. If you only get half the sentence, you're not going to know the big picture to what they're trying to communicate. So just relax and allow that to happen. Keep practicing with your clairvoyance. You can sit in your room at home and you can look on a white wall and ask for them to show you a picture of something or a message or a situation around you, and they can show it on a wall. It might look cloudy at first as the picture or the image starts to grow. You might see it in your mind's eye. You might even put tablecloth out. I used to love looking into a purple tablecloth, and images used to jump out when they wanted to tell me messages to pass on to people. So whichever way you want to use your clairvoyance, you might even want to get a crystal ball and try it that way. So clairvoyance is clear seeing. And so to remember to go to your place to get that connection. Let go of your emotions, because that will stop the flow. Ignite your energy system to build up the energy, so make it clearer for you to see. Don't always expect that the image is going to be perfect, because if you know what it is, then they don't need to put any more energy into producing that. They can then go on to other things. And so sometimes it might just be a knowing of what the picture is enough. It won't always be clear as a bell, because once they've got that message across, they're saving their energy to do more. Thank you for sharing. Next exercise is psychometry. When we get the energy from an object, so maybe a watch or a picture, or it could be anything that they actually use a lot of, you can actually then pick up the energy of the spirit world, because it will be similar energy. So psychometry, a lot of mediums use to basically get the connection, but also it gives you the opportunity to get the DNA from the person, so that, and also brings about past, present and future information, but also it means you can check that the energy of the spirit that's coming through is actually a family member and not really just somebody that's in the room or when you're doing a reading. So psychometry is wonderful, and you can be advanced psychometry where you can actually go and touch walls and objects and old haunted places, and they'll give you images trapped in the walls. So energy is so important to any sort of connection or any sort of working with mediumship. Psychometry. Pick up an object from around the room. Any object will do. Something that will have a lot of energy on, like a crystal, a watch, a ring. It doesn't matter at the moment whether it's yours or somebody else's. What we're trying to do is get you to understand how psychometry works. If you want to pause and grab one, then do so. But once you have your object, hold it in your left hand. Use your 5 senses. So smell it, feel it, sense it, hear it. Really become one with the object. Try merging with the object. Feel your energy merging with the object. Then you want to find information. So if you're doing it for yourself, you could say, please give me a message that I need at this present moment. If it was for somebody else, then what you would do is you would feel the energy related to that person, and you would merge by tracing the energy to the person if they're not in the room. If they are in the room, you can just feel your energy merging with them through the object. If it is the same energy, because it could also have the energy of another family member, so split the energy. Work on the energy of the person or yourself, or what the information is. Trace that energy and merge. Then ask if they would show you information about the person you're reading for, or about yourself, or if it's just an object that you've picked up, ask for the message of the object. Then close your eyes and just allow the message. It might come in feeling form, it might be a knowing form, but mostly with psychometry it is pictures of images, of times, of situations. Most of the time it will be just direct information, and you can pass on, or you can write down for yourself and evolve each message you get. If it's for yourself, say, give me 10 items that I need to know at the moment, and write those 10 down. Then go individually into each one and expand the picture until you get the message. If it feels right in your heart, you know that maybe just the word itself is all that you need. If you're doing it for a friend, then you'll get a sense of what they're going through, what they're feeling like. It's like having someone's DNA. You can actually then even travel down timelines. So say for example you're doing it for a friend or reading for somebody, then go down that timeline. Look at the timeline. Imagine that there's a load of pictures on this timeline and you can whiz through the pictures. You can go into the future, into the past, into the present, whatever you feel drawn to go. The ones that stand out are the pictures that will let you know of the information that needs to be shared. Or you can just feel a sense of what it is that the person might need through being an empath. Try and write down or tell the person what you're getting. It is for them to make sense of, but if there's anything that really doesn't mean anything, then you might need to ask for a little bit more information. Try not to let the brain kick in. So imagine yourself flowing down the river, and this will allow you to get back in the source. Psychometry is an amazing way that you can trace all the lines, all the heritage. And once you've traced from the person, you can go to all that they're connected to. And so tracing is a wonderful way of finding information, because most energy lines are similar to do with a certain family. If it's for yourself, why not pick an item that's yours, that has your energy, and go down your timelines. Go to your families. Go to all your friends. Because everybody you come into contact with, you will have a connection to. And so you can even go to family and friends to get information. The more you practice this, the more you can open up to a whole new world with using psychometry. So don't just limit it for doing readings. Get the information for yourself. The more objects that you become part of or you merge with, the more the database will build for people to give you messages and to pass it on. Psychometry is an amazing way. So try this and keep practicing. I just love automatic writing. This is how I started doing my channeling and how I did email readings and one thing and another. Basically, it's getting a pen and just channeling information through to help you on your journey. This is very good to building up a connection with spirit and also getting insights for yourself. You can write a question, leave it for a few days, and then go back and answer. So this automatic writing exercise will be excellent. So good luck. First of all, we need to release the worries of the day. Anything that you have been doing throughout the day, just let go. All your fears and doubts, just let go of, and just feel as you're getting lighter, all this rubbish that you've been holding on to is just releasing from your body. I'm going to take some time out to relax and connect and receive information. Okay. So, take a lovely breath in. Really fill your lungs up and let go. As you keep doing this, in your own time, you'll be releasing all the rubbish that you've held on to. You can imagine it in a bucket at the side, or just releasing from your body into the atmosphere. Good. As you release, you're getting lighter and lighter. You're feeling more relaxed and more at one with yourself. More peace, and getting lighter and lighter. Okay. In front of us is a golden triangle. Even if you can't see the golden triangle, if you can feel the golden triangle. You can close your eyes if you want to, or it's just a knowing that there's a big golden triangle in front of you. For you to go through the triangle, you need to make sure that all the negativity, all the stuff that you've been holding on to, that you release. So as we get lighter and lighter, You can feel yourself hover, or you can actually fly towards the triangle. As you're flying, you're releasing all this lovely energy, and beautiful energy is coming back and mixing, and you'll realise that you're one with yourself. So we're standing in front of the golden triangle. We can feel it, it's a beautiful energy, and as we look through this shimmering effect, we can see bright colours and a beautiful place on the other side. So as we put our arm through, we notice all the rest of the negativity going to one side in a big pot, and as we step through, we start to see and feel this absolute amazing energy. Everything is so bright, everything feels so nice, and there's so much peace. That profound feeling that you get when you're one with yourself and you're happy and content. Okay, in front of you is a table with a piece of paper on and a pen. Go and sit at the table and become one with the pen and the paper. Okay, this is automatic writing time. This is a time for you to gain messages from either your guides, your loved ones, or anybody, higher energies, angels, anybody you wish to communicate. Now we need to keep the free-flowing energy, so try not to stop the flow of the writing or the information. You can actually have a pad and pen with you, or just to start off with, you can just get used to writing the information down that comes into your head, or you can either tape it. But what we're going to do now is we're going to get you used to just going with the flow and not doing what I do, which took me years to understand. I used to dot the I's and the T's, and sometimes when we hear information from the what we call the olden times, they spoke in a different language to us. So depending on who you're connecting with, depends on what sort of information. If it's profound and it's enlightened information, you'll know it's from the higher energies. If it's more material and more to do with yourself and what you can gain out of life, then you know it's from the brain still. But by going through the triangle, you should only be using your senses that are more connective to the higher self. So your brain shouldn't kick in as much, but it might doubt that you're actually writing. It might doubt the information coming through. Just surrender and just say to your brain that you're connecting with your soul, you're connecting with the higher energies, just for information purposes. Okay, really use all your senses to get used to this area. Don't worry about the information coming through. Whether you're using actual pen and paper, I would not put any information or thought or ideas to it. Don't even worry about what they write. For the start off, anything that you put down on paper, I would put away and read in a couple of days. This means that you don't give it any credence, you don't give it any worry or fear or doubt to it, because it doesn't matter. Whatever you write, you're not going to worry about or fear. And so by doing this, you're giving a better connection to the higher entities. Because your brain wants you to deal with stuff now, it tends to switch off from this, because it knows that you're not really going to take any notice anyway, so why should it waste giving you information? So this is a little trick. In time, you'll know when you're dealing with certain energies. They will feel as they come through. If you want a name, ask for a name. I never work with any names because I deal with so many different writers and so many different people that I don't give them. I just thank them for the information. So, get the pen on the paper. Whatever comes into your mind, just write. I like story form, so they tend to give me loads of words and it starts to flow and just come out. Some people close their eyes and then, which I don't know how they write, but they like to go more intuitive and it writes in scribbles and it's actually what they're doing is they call upon the spirit. Try and do this type of work when you're actually at a place. Okay? But for this time, I'm teaching you how to be open to receiving messages, how to be open to automatic writing. So by doing this, you're automatically preparing yourself that if you go into a situation, they'll be able to communicate a lot easier. Okay. So, there may be some questions that you want to ask. You want to know what profound information do I need to share with the world? How do I love myself? What have I created? These are 3 questions that are quite good for getting the profoundness out of you. Okay. Alright. So that's simple automatic writing. It's not a hard thing to do. It takes a little bit of effort. The more you come to your place to write, the better to the source. And remember, you can call upon anybody. You could call upon anybody who used to do writing. You don't really need a name. I would call upon a poem or somebody who wrote about anything really. Spiritual things, it could be sci-fi, it could be anything. And all of a sudden this new world will start to show itself. But by coming through the triangle, you've already got rid of all the rubbish, so that hopefully this will make it a lot easier. Okay. Even get a book together and keep doing this, and then you'll find that you'll want to share this information because some of it is strange but very profound. And you'll know afterwards whether you are connected to the source or whatever. And eventually you'll be able to do it during the day when at different places automatically be able to tune in, because you'll start to feel the energy and start to know when your higher connection is part of you. Okay, thank you very much. Freestyle is something that Spirit World gave to me, and it's basically you're just going to put down anything that comes into your head. But first of all, get a candle and light a candle so it helps you to focus and meditate and get you prepared to do it. But freestyle is amazing. Don't worry about what you get. Don't worry about what you put down or what comes through, because what you're doing is you're preparing your channel to be able to give messages. And a lot of the times your brain will be kick in. So the more you do this freestyle, the more each day you just do whatever message comes to you, the more you're switching your brain off and making it easier to you to communicate and to give a message, which a lot of people find really hard. So this is a quick way of developing that ability to actually share. Okay, freestyle. All I want you to do is just relax. Get yourself into a meditative state, relaxation. You can imagine yourself just looking at a candle on the flame and seeing the flames and focusing on the flame. Just relax, feel part of the flame and get yourself into the oneness that way and just relax. Now we're going to allow all our senses to open, so your hearing, your clairvoyance or your third eye open up, taste, your smells, feelings, your empathic ways, knowing, and your sense of being part of the oneness through the source, through your soul, as you become one with everything, with all your senses. Okay, cool. Now, just keep breathing in and breathing out. And ask for the spirit world or a journey for yourself. This is what we call freestyle. So they're showing me a bridge, and the bridge is broken. I can still get across, but there is some healing to be done, and I feel that also this relates to my body, because the structure is good, the foundation is good. It's just those bits that needs to be mended and fixed up. Okay, as I move on, I'm driving in a car. I'm going many places and doing talks and sharing the knowledge and the information. Maybe at the moment I feel that maybe I'm trying to concentrate on too much of what they're going to say instead of actually doing it. I've had fireworks now, which is confirmation. So I need to just speak whatever comes through and trust and believe in them as they pass messages on, helping people. I see a big auditorium. I don't know what that was. Big auditorium, asking questions, sharing my experiences, and just enjoying the two-way conversation. Healing a lot of people as they get them to heal themselves. So I'm doing a mixture of different ways, and maybe not just concentrating in the one area. It seems quite full at the moment, and they're showing me the future. It gets more and more. So this shows me that maybe I need to build up. I also look a lot fitter, which is a good sign. And so maybe this is a future vision that they're giving me. I'm feeling alive, and I feel good about it, at peace. So I know in my heart that it's true what they're giving me. But this is not going to be the end or the beginning. I have a lot of work to do with not realising it, a lot of channeling to do, a lot of information to pass on. And I am going to get the ones that don't like me or don't appreciate what I say, and I have to work harder to stay in the energy, for my insecurities and fears of the past will still show themselves at times. But at the end, I can see a nice pathway to some lovely gates, and I feel at peace. One of the hardest parts for a medium is to communicate with their own loved ones, and that's why by creating the plays, or basically the next exercise will help you to do that. This also is an exercise for releasing emotions. Now I'm going to give you a link to my meditation, which will cut the ties, clear the emotions, and get you prepared to be able to do readings or to do any of this work. So I suggest you do this each day to build up your vessel and your connection and cleanse your body so you're able to do the work. But linking with loved ones is one of the hardest parts. But with practice, you'll then, because that's why the spirit world are there. The spirit world are to learn their lessons and to help you on your journey with your lessons and your emotions to clear out so you get a better connection. So that's why I've put this one in, because with practice and linking with loved ones, you can certainly help yourself to clear out that which is stopping you from connecting. First of all, we need to release the worries of the day. Anything that you have been doing throughout the day, just let go. All your fears and doubts, just let go of, and just feel as you're getting lighter, all this rubbish that you've been holding on to is just releasing from your body. I'm going to take some time out to relax and connect and receive information. Okay. So, take a lovely breath in. Really fill your lungs up and let go. As you keep doing this, in your own time, you'll be releasing all the rubbish that you've held on to. You can imagine it in a bucket at the side, or just releasing from your body into the atmosphere. Good. As you release, you're getting lighter and lighter. You're feeling more relaxed and more at one with yourself. More peace, and getting lighter and lighter. Okay. In front of us is a golden triangle. Even if you can't see the golden triangle, if you can feel the golden triangle. You can close your eyes if you want to, or it's just a knowing that there's a big golden triangle in front of you. For you to go through the triangle, you need to make sure that all the negativity, all the stuff that you've been holding on to, that you release. So as we get lighter and lighter, you can feel yourself hover, or you can actually fly towards the triangle. As you're flying, you're releasing all this lovely energy, and beautiful energy is coming back and mixing, and you realise that you're one with yourself. So we're standing in front of the golden triangle. We can feel it, it's a beautiful energy, and as we look through this shimmering effect, we can see bright colours and a beautiful place on the other side. So as we put our arm through, we notice all the rest of the negativity going to one side in a big pot, and as we step through, we start to see and feel this absolute amazing energy. Everything is so bright, everything feels so nice, and there's so much peace. That profound feeling that you get when you're one with yourself and you're happy and content. In front of you is 5 places. You have a beach, you have the woods, you have a mountain over a sea, you have a field full of flowers, you have a lovely waterfall with a pond. Which one you feel drawn to is going to be your place. So once you've gone to your place, use your 5 senses to really become one with your place. So if it's by the beach, you can feel the sand, you can go with the flow of the waves, you can smell the sea air, you can hear the seagulls, you can taste the wind, really get to grips, really feel one with this area. Okay. Now we're going to call upon our loved ones to come and give us messages. Don't look out for them. Just sit and enjoy the place and notice that an energy is starting to emerge. In time, when you build this place up, you will be able to see them, but for the first contact, it's more about the knowing. This means that it's not going to take any more energy for them to show themselves, because this is the purest place for connection. This is called the spirit world. Some may see, some might just get the energy, but don't worry about it, don't focus on it, don't try too hard. This is an emotional time, and hopefully you've cleared all your emotions out. So what we're asking for is that you can call upon a certain member of your family to come and visit. Just have a knowing or a feeling you'll get that they're actually there. Ask for a little bit of proof or a symbol, so that when you go about your day-to-day business, you might see this image in your head, or you might get a feeling. My grandmother used to give me a little shake, and she always does now, so I know that she's around me. Okay, if they give you a symbol, then keep this symbol, but make sure it feels right, and it's something to do with them. Say, for example, it could be a book, it could be their favourite flower, whatever really. It could be that they might even mention your nickname. This is a symbol and a sign. But sometimes they also give us symbols to help us on our journey or if we've asked a question, then they also will give it in symbol form. Each time you come to a symbol, look for the big picture, because they might give you a load of symbols that eventually will become a theme or a big picture and will show your question. Or it might be that they're just trying to tell you something at this time. They might show you an image of somebody in your family that might need help at this time. Recognize symbols and signs as just that. If a colour comes through and it's dead bright, you might get a car and it's dead bright red, then that's the lower chakras. That's more that you need to be grounded. Okay, if you get a purple, really get to know your chakras, because then you can recognize the signs. You might feel something, you might feel an ache or something. So these are all little signs, but if they show you an image, just feel it and say, is that the message? If that's all it is, it'll come again. If not, it might grow into another picture, and then eventually the message will emerge and you'll go, oh, that's what that means. Remember, they give you the symbols in a way that you can actually interpret they are for you. In time, you might even be able to ask questions and get answers. I wouldn't look for that at the first time that you do this until you really build your place up. But some people do get it straight away. It depends how much emotion is still attached. But by going to your place, this will lessen the amount of the emotion that you have. Another cool way is to do the nature cleansing beforehand. This gets rid of all the rubbish before, so that you're even lighter and brighter and ready to actually receive. Okay, you can call upon any of your family members. Not always will come through, but most of the time. This is a beautiful way to connect. And also by going to your place, it is a wonderful place to actually learn. So try and do most of your things in this place, because the energy line is a lot purer. You're more connected to everything, and this is what we call the source. And if you find the source in everybody in nature, in the persons, then you can actually really enjoy being part of it while you're on the material world as well. Okay, love and light, Brad Monk. Protection is one of the most important things that the medium needs to do. So that's why I've included this, but also grounding. So imagine yourself like a tree with roots going into the ground and becoming one with the earth. Very important also in your development. That's why I created the source object, because that will give you the grounding each time that you touch the stone, which I would use before any of these exercises, just to help the connection with yourself. Protection meditation. With regular meditation, you'll be protected from negative energies, from spirit, people draining you, people dumping problems, and negativity, absorbing people's energy through healing them, negative thoughts, disasters, and problems you hold on to. For good comes out of bad. So you don't need to hold on to anything, for the universe is free flowing of energy. To hold on to problems, fears, worries, anger and stress will eventually become in the physical form, with bad back, injuries, headaches, depression, stress and fatigue. You are in charge, and only you can let spirit in. Make sure you are relaxed and won't be interrupted. Turn the phone off and let people know you want some time to yourself. You do not have to see my description for it to work. You can feel it instead. This is a good meditation to listen to before you go to sleep. Let go of everything that has happened to you today and everything have got to do. Take a few deep and calming breaths. Breathe in purple energy. Feel it, sense it as it cleanses your body and negativity leaves your body. Breathe in. breathe out. Just relax and enjoy the feeling. Close your eyes and in your mind's eye see yourself being covered in protected, lovely white light. Every which way you look, you can see, feel this bright light of love all around you. Imagine you are self-transported to top of a cliff. Imagine yourself transported to top of a cliff, overlooking the sea. You can feel the sun on your face, smell the salty sea, and hear the seagulls as they fly past. You can see your castle with a moat full of salt water, with high walls and drawbridge that only you can control. You say a line. Spirits of mischievous intent, spirits of lower entities, you cannot cross this sacred line. You also protect your house and family with white light and love. You know that when you're inside this castle, then nothing can harm you, nothing can touch you, only you can let somebody in. You see your gate. You can't enter it until you have released all the negativity, thoughts and feelings that you hold on to. Feel as the negativity flows from you into the moat to be cleansed, and pure energy flows back out. Once cleansed and all the black negativity is left, you are truly ready to walk into your safe, secure castle. As you're walking through the gate, you feel this lovely white light as you have to push through this energy to get in, and so you know that you are totally cleansed and totally pure and totally protected. Protected from everything. Nothing can touch you. In your castle you can see for miles around and feel safe and protected. You know unless you let down the drawbridge and open the gate, nobody can get in. You put salt around the castle and lovely white light. You ask your relatives, guides, to send love and light for protection. Any spirits, energies that come can't get past the moat. You are in command and so can send them away, or get your relatives in spirit or angels to take them away. You feel safe and secure and know you are loved, and white light is around you. You know that thoughts of fears, worries, anger attracts them to your castle. You feel safe and secure and know you are loved, and white light is around you. You know that thoughts of fears, worries, anger attracts them to your castle. You are in charge. In front of your drawbridge you put a golden triangle, and only higher spirits, loved ones, can come through when they want them. To seal the protection you say a prayer, and every time you want to feel safe and secure, you can go to your castle and your prayer is automatically said. Stand firm. I put on the full armour of Almighty God to protect me from all the forces of evil, with the belt of truth round my waist. Upon my feet, peace and readiness to go forward in spiritual truth. I hold the shield of faith, and put on my head the helmet of salvation, and carry always the sword of divine spirit, and continue to pray. Peace, love, and joy be with you. You believe you are safe, and only give out love to the world. You know what thoughts you put out, you attract. You know you are in charge and can control your life and spirit. And when you're ready, bring yourself fully present into the room. You feel nice and connected, and know that whenever you feel a little bit scared or worried, that you can go to your castle and protect yourself in all your armour and with your walls around you. There's nothing to fear, and only you can let it into your place. So I program the mind and the body to be protected when needed. Bring yourself fully present, and now you are protected. Well, I hope you enjoyed the step by step. Keep doing the journey room, and you'll see how you develop. Keep trying all the different exercises, and you'll be surprised, because each time that you do these exercises, you will develop, and you might find new things come through and new experiences. So I'm glad you enjoyed that. If you'd like to donate to help me to carry on my work of sharing all my years of being a medium, then please do. I have got some mediumship packs. I have got an 18-week course that I'm just putting together at the moment. They're completed, but they need to be transferred into like YouTube or PDF format or whatever. So yeah, look for loads of stuff coming up. I've got loads of meditations, load of mediumship course items that you can practice. But this really, if you try this, it is a beginner's, but it's also quite advanced. And so if you're really looking to get into the mediumship, then keep doing this, and then look for my other packs and everything to get you into the advanced stage of mediumship, and you'll see your life will change with all the work using mediumship, because we're naturally born to communicate with the source.